On this episode of 5 Minutes of Cloud, why do we care about cloud computing anyway? So what is cloud? Why is there all this buzz about cloud is the answer to all questions and all issues within IT departments and development environments worldwide? And actually, many marketing and business resources are also saying, yes, I need cloud. Cloud is the technology I have to have in order to do my business. Well, if we look at the general NIST model for cloud, and you can certainly review our previous sessions on this particular technology, we're really talking about something that is elastic, is enabled on demand. That's really key. Enables that on-demand resource through a self-service model usually, has a pool of resources that you can pull from, and is metered. So there's a way to know how much I've consumed so that I have a way to sort of provide back pressure against overconsumption of a set of resources for no gain. With that model of cloud, we find that a lot of people are getting a lot of benefit because of the on-demand aspect. If we think about the past, it used to be that in order for you to get access to a service or be able to do something within an IT environment, you had to go through a bunch of paperwork to prove a need. You had to actually get the resource brought into place. Somebody had to turn the services on for you. Even in the recent virtual world, there was still basically pressure against change. Basically, there was friction to allowing rapid deployment, rapid development of services. And that's true from software as a service offerings. Can I actually get access to an online spreadsheet tool, for example, or a collaboration tool? Can I get access to a virtualized or even physical compute resource so that I can do faster, more rapid development sorts of environments? So that shift to an on-demand model and an on-demand model against a pool of resources that made it possible for me to say, yes, I would like another virtual machine, or I would like to get access to a piece of software for a short period of time. That shift is really the biggest reason why cloud has become so prevalent. If we look at it from the IT department's perspective, an IT department and an enterprise in the past would have had problems just fulfilling requests that were coming in because of the number of manual processes that existed. And even when they automated those processes, there still were a number of, again, friction elements in delivering those resources and making them available, partially because most services were never considered elastic. If you asked for a resource, it became yours basically permanently. That isn't really the most efficient consumption model out there. The cloud consumption model has the concept of elasticity, which means that things can grow or shrink as needed, and the shrinking part is important. If you don't have the back pressure of metering and monitoring your resources, you lose the ability to put pressure on giving things back. Right? So that's actually a really important aspect. So IT is still important in this whole picture because they need to manage and deal with that infrastructure. The end users get a benefit as well. I mean, the big push to cloud really comes from end users saying, hey, this is a more flexible way for me to work. From the development environment, Amazon Web Services was the first major vendor to release an on-demand model for compute. Not that there weren't online services for getting access to compute resources, but the process of getting access to that from a developer's perspective was actually very difficult. And by enabling effectively an infrastructure as code model, the ability to write an application that could actually on-demand create and then delete infrastructure, made for a completely different way of interacting with resources. And this is what the cloud has truly enabled for us today, is this on-demand interaction with resources. So we see better efficiency because our resource consumption is potentially more efficient. Now, we can also do that wrong and just leave systems running when they're not needed. That's bad custodianship of the resources that we have. But that's why the metering and sort of chargeback kind of models are really important to making cloud a successful resource. So the buzz is being driven by on-demand self-service. The buzz is the capability to consume these resources in a very efficient fashion. IT can get more work done, can be more efficient in how they actually manage the resources, those underlying components that enable this on-demand resource and be more efficient in their use. And then the end users, the customers of the infrastructure services or the software services that make up the cloud that the end user sees, get better access, faster turn to the resources and the capabilities that they need. And that is why cloud and cloud computing is so important today. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. In addition, if you want to stay apprised of the latest ongoing updates in the cloud space, sign up for our Twitter feed and our mailing list. We also update you on upcoming webinars and classes that we provide.